Welcome back, YouTube. Here is the much maligned UTAS UTS-15. I happened to pick this one up used, got a good deal on it, so hopefully with the reputation that these have had, you can pick yours up for cheap too. Overall, the handling of this shotgun, if you compare it to the Kel-Tec KSG, this one weighs a little more than the KSG. It's longer than the KSG, but for some reason, for me, it has a very nice balance, and I almost prefer the handling of this a little more than the KSG. So far, with this used, I understand the previous owner had a lot of issues with it. Sent it back to the factory. They upgraded a lot of the parts. I do believe this was a Gen 2, and they upgraded it to newer Gen 3 parts, and there is even a Gen 4 now, from what I understand. But so far, I've been very pleased with this. Again, your release is back here, and this has been cleared prior, so you don't have to worry about me shooting you through the camera. So let's get into some likes about this particular shotgun. I think part of the ease of handling with this is the length of pull. On this shotgun, I am just barely over like 12.25 inch length of pull. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", and I have pretty long arms, but I do appreciate a short length of pull with the shotgun, particularly because of the versatility of it. My wife could pick this up, my son could pick this up and use it without any issue. So I'm not a big fan of combat shotguns with 15-inch length of pull. For me, that's uncomfortable even for me. I prefer the shorter. My police type model Mossberg has a 13.5-inch length of pull, and I'm even thinking about cutting that down a touch more. So really do like the handling of this, and again, I think the part of the reason I like the handling is because of that short length of pull. Having gotten this used, it did not come with the factory UTAS grip. It came with this ergo grip, which I have used. I'm not a huge fan of those. I do like, my favorite grip, if anyone's interested, is a First Samco G27. Now, First Samco has gone through a couple different owners, but I do believe they still have the G27 grip, and for big hands, that's what I prefer on my ARs. I do like the Magpul grips, the Mo grips, but my absolute favorite is that First Samco G27. So don't bid against me if there's one on eBay. Again, I really like the handling of this shotgun. Some of the things they've upgraded here is, I do understand when they first came out, this rail was a lot narrower than your normal Picatinny, so fitting any type of accessories to it you were kind of stuck with the UTAS factory. I do believe they've since upgraded this. This happens to be what I understand is magnesium now, and it does seem to fit the Picatinny accessories much better now. Newer is this little, I don't know exactly what they call it, but this kind of receiver section used to be plastic, along with a plastic selector lever. They have since changed that. Let me get in here without bumping my camera too much. So they've since changed this to some type of metal. I'm not sure if I'd quite call it aluminum, but it does seem to be much better. One of the other things they've upgraded is they used to have these huge slots so you could throw handfuls of dirt in there to really check your reliability. They've gone with some shorter slots here. The upgrades actually seem to be pretty nice on this shotgun. Like I said, I've had acceptable reliability with this, and I'm very happy with the shotgun right now. Another thing that I've since changed on this is, again, I got this used. Someone had mounted a rail on the bottom with a vertical foregrip. I'm not a huge fan of vertical foregrips on shotguns. I do like the rear pistol grip on Bullpup shotguns, but I don't like them on full-size shotguns. So go figure. One of the things I did is I stippled this forend. It was a little too smooth for my tastes, so I got out the wood burner and I put a nice little stippling pattern on it, and right now I'm very happy with the function of it. Again, these holes aren't factory. Someone had added a little rail section and a vertical foregrip, which I took off. But as it sits now with this little bit of stippling, very happy with the function of it. I'm not going to go over the takedown of the shotgun because there's plenty of videos out there. Another thing I really did not like about this shotgun is this AR-ish dust cover. Not only does the dust cover hit me in the hand when it pops open, or when I'm firing it, it really gets a good dig in my big fat hands. But it's loud. I ended up putting the fuzzy side of Velcro here, and I tested it, and it was just still really loud and clunky. So I put another piece of fuzzy Velcro here. I think my next step is just to remove this thing completely. I think it's utterly useless, especially with as big as the slots still are on the magazine tube. There's lots of ways for dirt to get in. This isn't going to prevent any type of dirt. I think I would have preferred them just to kind of redesign the bolt face to be used without a dust cover. But small complaint and something that can be fixed. There's nothing a grinder can't fix. If I really wanted to take this off permanently, I'd grind the whole thing off. But as it is, it's not a huge issue right now. They do have factory lasers and lights that can be attached here, but those are around $240 for the laser and light combo. My 45-degree light and flashlight cost me around $55 for the whole thing. And $55, when I do the math, turns out cheaper than $240. So I'm going to stick with that. One of the issues with this is there's an extra tube here, whereas normally your pump would ride over the magazine tube. Well, the barrel's here and your magazine tube's here, so that does make this shotgun a little bit taller than your average bear. So one of the issues that it's not really an issue, is I like to have my 45-degree flashlight off the side here, and on most shotguns I just lift my thumb up and actuate it. This one, there's a little more of a reach, and that's another slight drawback to it. But overall, I'm very happy with the shotgun. I'm happy with the reliability of it. The function of these magazine tubes does not lend itself well to topping off a tube. I do like, if I fire a few rounds and I have a chance to top off the tube, I'll do that. This one's not very good at that. So what happens is and I didn't grab my dummy rounds, one shotgun shell will end here and begin here, and then you've got the rim of the next one here. So let's say this is the rim of the second shell. You would have to push this forward, lock it, and then you would have to shake this one forward, push it forward, and lock it in order to top off. So there's a lot of steps involved, not like any other shotgun where you just feed them in. So there's a few steps involved with topping off. Where this one shines is the selector lever in the middle gives you access to both tubes. So you've got your 14 rounds plus whatever you had in the tube on tap. One thing I did test out with this was I put 1 or 2 rounds in one tube and filled the other tube and put the selector lever in the middle because I was curious. I thought, well, I'm going to feed off the one tube, and as soon as it runs empty, I'll have a empty chamber, then fire, then empty chamber, then fire. But this thing's actually smart enough that it knows if there's rounds in there, and it will just feed all you have available when set in the center. So that was a little plus to it. Overall, I'm enjoying the shotgun, and I think if you get a chance to get one, get one. Again, the reliability's come up, and I'm not sure if it extends to second owners or not, but it does sound like the repair facility in, I believe, Illinois is willing to upgrade to the newer specs. And as far as I'm concerned right now, I have no need to send this in for any repairs. It seems to be reliable. I seem to be very happy with it, especially for the price I got it for. Thanks for watching, and more videos coming up.